Okay, everyone, welcome to another Q&A here on YouTube. But this time we're going to have the Discus King on the show, Dakota Discus, with us. We're supposed to have Slash Master 1989, but I guess we're having some technical issues right now. Hopefully he'll be able to join us later on, because he was able to join us before, but it's not sending the invites. I sent a whole bunch of them. But anyways, we've got the Discus King here for the first time ever, by the way. I think this is your first live video, right?
Yes. Yeah, no, this is my first live video. So
awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And excuse me, I'm a little stuffed up right now because I got a cold. Woke up this morning with a cold, so.
Oh, that sucks. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
I hope that we can finally get. But I guess we're having some my YouTuber's playing again. Sorry about that. I said hopefully we can get Jeff on. It's not sending my invitation for some reason.
Yeah, that would be good to have him on here.
I know, it's just technical issues. But I got it to work this afternoon. It ain't sending for some reason. I sent a whole bunch, but it's not getting them.
Huh.
He's pissed off at me. I see him in the chat room. I'm sorry, Jeff. It's just my computer's acting up. Okay. So, what should our first question be? What got you into Discus?
What got me into Discus? They're just beautiful and just elegant fish. I just like the way they look. I like the way they act. They have a personality. If you get a bunch of them together, they live in like a community where one's in charge and the other ones aren't. They're just a totally different type of fish.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Discus are awesome. I like them too. So, how many years have you been keeping Discus for? Are you new to them, or you've been keeping them for a while?
I've been keeping them for a while. I don't know exactly how many years, but I've been dealing with Discus since I ran the pet store 28 years ago. So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about your pet store. What did you sell in your pet store?
Everything from the fish, reptiles, rodents, birds, everything. It was a regular big old pet store.
How long did you have that open for?
Well, the guy had it open longer than that. I ran it for like 15 years, but the gentleman who owned it had it up for many, many years.
Nice. Did you have it open recently, or was it a while ago?
This was years ago. I haven't been in the pet store thing for 16, 17 years, 18 years. It's been that long since I've somewhere in that neighborhood.
Oh, I found out why he's not able to join.
Why is that?
For some reason, it didn't get posted on Google Plus. I posted it there. I'm gonna have to copy and paste the invite link there. Okay, so hopefully we could do that. I'm gonna try doing that now.
It'd be nice to have him on so I could hear him ask questions or whatever.
I know I want him on because he's got some wonderful questions. He's a great ad-libber.
That's good.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna click that link and see if it works for me to get in. Yeah, I clicked it. It goes right to the thing, so hopefully you should be able to join.
Okay.
Yeah. I just shared a new one now. He said I shared the video, not the Hangout link. I just shared a new one. It took me right to the thing. Remember years ago, like in 2013, it was a lot easier to invite people, and they could just click right on. But now you got so many things to do.
Yeah, they changed everything.
It's a pain in the ass. I like Ustream, but Ustream costs money now.
Does it really?
Yeah. That's like a real professional way of doing videos. Let's see. Do you have any questions for me until it comes on?
Let me think. How do you breed Oscars? Have you ever tried to breed an Oscar?
No, I never tried. I should try though. If I had a when I get a 125, I'm going to try to breed them. I don't even know how to sex them.
uh,
How many discus can I have in a 55 gallon?
in a 55, I'd say 4.
Okay, cool. I was actually thinking about doing like 5.
Most people
5.
do 5 because it's like an odd number. They seem to do better with bigger numbers. But for breeding purposes, you get like a 20-gallon high or a 30-gallon tank, and you just put the pair in there with the breeding cone. And when you're breeding them, you should probably have a sponge filter, not an overflow filter, because the overflow, the back flow filters, the hang on the back, kind of create a little bit of a current in there that kind of push them over a little bit. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, what do you keep your discus for tank mates?
Well, I got Danios in there. Some people say you shouldn't do that, but I do. What I do is what works for me, and other people call you crazy for doing this or doing that, but it works for me. So this is the stuff I do. I keep Danios in there. I keep common Plecostomus, the real big ones, in there. And I don't have no problems that way.
How I can share the Google Plus version of this video. I'm new to this, so you guys have to bear with me my first couple of videos. So I apologize if you guys get upset that you can't make the video. It takes me a little while to learn.
He joined.
Oh, you finally made it. Hopefully he's not pissed off at me. Hey Jeff, you finally made it.
Finally.
Okay, there he is. I was gonna say it said he joined.
You're not pissed off at me, Jeff, are you?
You kept sending me links to your Twitter page, your Facebook page, and your YouTube page.
I don't know why I was doing that. I think I had it set up the wrong way. I just fixed it now. You have to bear with me. I'm kind of new to this stuff, so I got to learn. He was getting pissed off in the chat room. Like, holy shit, he's getting pissed. But I'm glad Jeff is here because he's got better questions than I ever come up with.
Hopefully they don't confuse me, because if they do, I'll just tell you I don't know.
No, he has good questions. All right.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Okay. I'm glad you finally made it, Jeff.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Okay. I was about to give up and just do it another day after you couldn't make it through because I didn't want to do it without you.
You have your
Huh?
Oh, I hear like a little lag.
Oh, that's because he's on the phone right now.
Oh.
We're just waiting for him to come back. So that show we did tonight was awesome. I liked it.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to end it earlier so we could have started right at 10, but he kept talking for 5 minutes on and on. So before you came out, we were actually talking about how me and you going on this network as guests sometime to talk about Oscars.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna log out of Google Plus now. I'm not gonna fix anyone else.
Okay, now I'm ready. There we go.
All right, you ready to go?
Man, I was getting steamed for a second.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on YouTube.
You kept sending me. You sent me to like a page for some Oreo cream cake.
I don't know how that happened. I really don't. I don't know how that's sending like that.
No, I'm here now, so that's.
I was like, I better not lose him. He's gonna be pissed at me tonight.
Sorry about that. It was my wife, and if I don't answer the phone when my wife calls, there's trouble to pay. You know?
That's okay. We're lucky because both me and Jeff are single, so we don't have to deal with that yet.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, you got any questions on Discus or anything for Andy? You got better questions than I ever come up with.
Yeah, just give me one more second. I'm trying to close this thing down.
Okay.
I still
Well, I
have
guess
Blog
while,
Talk Radio going, and my computer's like running all slow.
okay. Well, I guess while you're waiting, we'll talk about going on his radio network. I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, yeah. Would you guys like to come on?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely. When are you available?
I'm available all the time. It's just I gotta, you know, I'll send you what days I'm available, and we'll do it. I gotta, I'll do an Oscar show, maybe, huh?
Yeah, Oscar shows. We can do Oscars and other fish too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can do it like unscripted. That way we can be cool and fun.
Yeah, I do better when it's unscripted, where I don't have to I'm focusing on reading something that someone else wrote, so
Oh,
I
I
sound all goofy.
Yeah, I don't do that. I hate that. I like to do it unscripted. Everything's unscripted. The only thing I write down is the questions I like to ask. That's it.
Are you a premium now, or are you still under the free account?
No, I'm premium.
Oh, awesome! So we can go for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever day you're free, I'll advertise it for you.
Sorry if you hear that truck.
That's okay, no problem.
My brother's taking on.
It's awesome to have you on video for the first time. I'm honored that you decided to come on here for the first time.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I want to know who's been trolling me. This is starting to bug me.
You got more trolls now?
All day long. Someone gave out my Twitter or something, because I've been getting trolled all day long, and my YouTube channel.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Trolls suck. I go through it all the time on Blog Talk Radio and my YouTube too, so I know how it feels.
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I got the same problem, so I don't answer. I try never to answer a phone on Blog Talk unless I know who it is, because, I'm not gonna have somebody come on cursing or nothing like that. I'll lose my temper.
Like me. Jeff was there that day. I lost my temper. I think you were too.
Well, I
Yeah,
was
I wonder-
listening in.
That was BS, whoever that was.
You gave the
Yeah.
number out. I tried to call the number back because I was going to give them a hard time, but it was a phone number in California, and they wouldn't answer the phone.
Yeah, it turns out it was from prankdial.com.
Oh, was it?
So, yeah, whoever did it was smart. They hide their number.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm ready.
Okay, cool. You're not upset at me anymore, are you?
No,
Okay.
I'm just worried. I got to figure out how to trim back that Ludwiggy. It's starting to grow out of the top of my Flubel specs. I don't even know if I cut it wrong, if it could kill it or something.
I don't think
Oh.
so. I think you could just cut that shit off, cut it right off with the scissors. Just boop.
Okay, yeah, Alex, I think you're going to hate this, but I think I might end up going Discus instead of Oscar.
Discus
Oh,
are
that's
awesome.
I love Discus too. I love them both. So
I'll keep at least 2 Oscars, but
Yeah, Oscars are kind of outdated, last year's type stuff. I don't know.
that Alex hates that.
That's the only reason I said that, because I know he doesn't like that. So I figured I'd just bust him up a little bit there.
yeah.
Okay,
I
so
hear that.
first question I had is, if let's say I'm gonna purchase Discus from you, how do I go about doing that?
Well, I have a page on Facebook. It's called DEA Exotics, and you can get in touch with me on there. It's mostly reptiles on there, but I do discus too. So
Awesome. I'm getting into Discus too. Who knows? I'm going to become so addicted to Discus that my 125 will eventually turn to Discus if I love him so much.
Yeah, I don't do Facebook, but I'll find a way to get a hold of you.
well, I can give my information to Alex too. He can give it to you too.
Yeah,
Okay, and how does the payment work?
PayPal.
PayPal?
Yeah.
oh, shoot, I don't have PayPal.
Well, you don't have to have PayPal. I would send the link to you, and you just send it in that way.
Okay, cool. I have a credit card, so I can do it that way.
So
Yeah, I'll try. I'm gonna figure out how to do it because the only way I've got a fish from someone is like I knew the guy, so I sent him the money for the fish and the shipping through Western Union. That's how I did it. But I'll figure out how to do the PayPal thing.
oh, that's PayPal's easy.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. What kind of discus do you have right now?
I got some red turquoise and
Nice.
just a few other little minor things that ain't big enough to breed yet. So
So I plan on. I have a 75, and how many do you think I could stock in it?
5 to 7.
Well, I'm an absolute cichlid or discus beginner, so I should go with like 5 probably. Or
Well, if you go with 5, yeah, that's a good number to start with. They do very good when they're in like a number of like 5, because they got like a pecking order, and one will become in charge, and everybody else kind of falls in line behind that. And then if they pair off, you'll know which ones pair off. You can take them out and put them in a separate tank for breeding purposes if you wanted to do it that way.
yeah, and usually what's a discus run in price that you sell?
Well, mine are stanker discus, so they get a little pricey, but I don't do too bad on them. I don't charge like, the ones I paid for. I paid almost $1,000 for this pair. The red turquoise pair I got, but I don't charge that much. Probably like $25-$30.
Oh, awesome. How big are they usually when you sell them?
I try not to sell them below 2 inches.
Oh, nice. So they're a perfect size.
Yeah, my LFS they sell discus. They're like want $70 a piece for them, and they look like crap, and they're red with a little red with gray on them. I'm not sure what style they are.
That sounds like maybe a Marlboro red or something.
So my pH in Oregon where I live is like 7.4 right out of the tap, and that's another thing I'm thinking about before I get discus because I know they need lower than that.
Well, I just use right out of the tap water too. Mine's right around 7, and I don't have a problem with them. See, stanker discus have been raised and bred and everything for many, many, many generations in tap water. Where you got like the other Asian ones that most your pet store carry, the Asian ones, they come from well water, which makes a difference. That's why most people who get the ones from them Asian ones, they don't really breed real well in captivity. That you could get it done. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but some people have a problem with it.
Awesome, and like another thing I've heard that I've been doing a lot of research, so I've been hearing I hear different things from everybody, So, like I heard that the filtration is that they don't like a lot of water movement and they prefer sponge filters. Is that something that's true? Or?
Well, I have a backflow filter on my tank, on my one tank, but I have it off to one side, and they always stay at the side that it's not on, so it doesn't really move that much. But when I got them in the breeding tanks, I have a sponge filter in there, yes, because they're flat fish, they're real thin, and fast moving water they get tipped over and banged into stuff. They just like it kind of calmer waters.
Awesome, and do you think it would be hard for me never keeping a discus to actually keep 5 of them?
I don't think it would be too hard if you have a good cycle tank. If you have a tank that's set up running for about a couple weeks first, I don't think it would be a problem. And you have kept fish before, so they're really not that hard. Beginner people can get them, but they have to do their research. And if you can keep fish alive in general, you should have no problem with discus.
Awesome.
Yes, that pretty much builds my confidence up, so I'm more eager to go get them now.
I don't know. You killed a Placo the other last.
Yeah.
I'm only messing with you. Because you were upset when your Placo died. I'm just busting your chops.
I know you always do that to me, but it's fine.
So is there any tank mates that can go with Discus, or are they basically a fish that needs to be mostly kept by themselves?
Well, I keep giant Danios, common Plecostomus, bristlenose Plecostomus, things like that in there. You can get the white skirt tetras do good in there because the white skirt tetras do good in there.
Feeders.
Feeders for Oscars, but for Discus, they keep
I have to get you back.
Don't forget, feeder fish need love too.
Yeah, I know that's Alex's famous words: feeder fish and telescope to see him.
I'm just busting some ass now. I had to get you back, Andy.
So is there a certain substrate that, or does it not really matter for Discus?
Well, in the breeding tanks, I don't have substrate in the bottom of it, but for my display tanks I got set up, I call display tanks, ones I just like to look at. I have gravel in the bottom, plain gravel.
Someone was telling me the other day that it's better to have a bare bottom tank for juvenile Discus.
Yeah, well, you see, bacteria you can build up. See, some Discus get little. They get they're touchy a little bit, but most Discus kind of speak to you. You know, they get these stress bars on the side of their body, and they kind of turn dark if they're stressed or if something's wrong. So if your Discus starts changing color to a darker color, you have time to go in and figure out your water parameters and get it straightened out. Where other fish, they don't change or nothing. You just wake up one morning and they're floating.
Yeah, like the green phantom flecko.
Belly up. Where
Yeah, so
Oscars kind of give you that little. You get a little bit of lay. You know, once the water starts, the parameters ain't starting to be right on them, or if something's bothering them, they get these big black bars on the side of their body. Some of them have the bars anyway, but they really turn dark, and then they start turning a darker color. And you still, you got some leeway to get it set up. So they're kind of more of a forgiving fish that way. Where other fish you'll go look at them 1 minute and the next minute they're dead.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I woke up, my Oscars, they were acting weird. Like I checked the water parameters and everything was good. And I just seen them there like ping-ponging in the tank. They were hitting the walls and just flying around like as fast as they could. So I checked the water parameters and everything was fine. So I went back to bed. I hear them doing it again and I look in there and they're both floating on their sides at the top of the tank.
Was your heater broke or something?
No, everything was fine. The heater was good. So I'm like, oh crap, they died. So I just stick the net in there. Right when the net hit the water, they both just shot water all over the place.
Oscar's had the best personality for a fish.
Yeah, but I don't know what. They're still really, really, really skittish, and everything's fine.
I know when I ran the pet store, fish that were skittish, sometimes the heater had a crack in it, and it was electric shock in the fish.
I'll have to look at that. I'll make sure. Alex, you muted someone.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you muted.
No, I did, because somebody asked me a question in the background back here, and I had to answer him real quick.
That's fine. You don't have to make yourself if you don't want to.
So Discus and water changes. Someone told me that you're supposed to do. Some guys I've heard do 2 a day. Is that really necessary?
Well, some people do 2 a day. I do every other day. I do about a 20 to 30% every other day, and I've never had a problem. And that's what I do. Going 2 a day is kind of going a little overboard as far as I'm concerned. That's a lot of that undue stress for the fish. But some people live by that. What I do may not work for everybody else. So, but I do once every other day.
Like you said, you make your own food for Discus. Is there any food that you can buy that's better than some for Discus?
You can buy some Discus food. I don't know how well it works. They got some out there that's flake food. I've tried it, but I prefer my homemade food because they grow better and faster with it. But you could buy there's Discus food. You just got to look for it. Discus Hans sells this flake food that he endorses. That's really good.
Awesome. I'll have to check it out. Alex, you're being quiet. You got any questions?
Yeah, so we're just waiting for you to go up with some because you got some awesome questions. But I do have a question. I'm trying to decide on live plants or artificial plants. Does it really matter for discus?
Some people say live plants are good because of the, it changes the nitrates and stuff, takes care of all that stuff in the water. I use plastic. I have live plants in other tanks, but with my discus fish, I just got a couple plastic ones in there. And the only reason I got them in there is for the beneficial bacteria to grow on it. That's all. Just to keep more area for them to grow.
Yeah, I'm just not sure I can handle live plants. They seem like they're difficult.
Well, I've heard some horror stories of live plants. People got to put the live plants in there. They got fish in there. They do the CO2 thing, and they put too much CO2 in, and all their fish die.
Yeah, it's scared of.
No.
Discus is expensive.
I'm running CO2 on my little fluval, and I don't have nothing in there yet. I was wondering if when I put shrimp in there, because I only run it at like 1 bubble per second, so I'm not sure if it'll hurt the shrimp or not.
Yeah, I have no idea. You would have to check out what they can handle. And how big is that little tank? You said like 2.5 gallons or something?
Yeah, it's just like a 2.6.
Yeah, I don't know how much bubbles you should have going into that tank.
I just got like 1 bubble per minute. That's the lowest I can get the thing to go.
Oh.
You should get a betta in there.
It's growing pretty good, though. The only thing that's really growing is the S. repens in the front.
It looks good.
And the Ludwigii is growing out of the top of the tank. It does it every morning. It gets like a little, like maybe ½ an inch taller.
Do they get flowers on them when they get out of the water like that?
I'm not sure. I've never.
Some of them plants do. They look pretty cool when the flower comes out sticking out of the water.
That'll be awesome. So I'm going to set up. Can you sell discus at any time, or?
Well, I don't have any babies right now because it's I sold out and everything like that, and then I sit there and I'm not a great big huge breeding facility like some of these people are. I do very selective. Take my time. I'm not out to get rich or nothing. I'm just out there for a hobby. So.
Yeah, what we could do is I'm definitely gonna get some from you, and what we can do is you can email me maybe 2 weeks in advance, maybe when you know you're gonna have some, and I can get a tank set up and cycling.
Okay, that'll work.
And you can just like PM me on YouTube or something, or
yeah,
I'll have Alex give you my information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's not gonna be for a while until I get a 125, but I'll let you know.
Hey, Alex.
What?
Don't get a 125 from Craigslist. I heard they sell bad ones.
Yeah, you're right. I'm buying a brand new one.
This guy that what's his name, JC Fishman, told us that he has how many 20-gallon longs, Alex?
Oh, I don't even remember. It was so ridiculous.
He has a lot. Yeah, he has a lot of tanks, and he picked up a 240 for like $35 yesterday.
Well, that's good. I mean, you can find good stuff on there. It's just, I'm just saying that because Alex, I remember his whole thing of the water.
Yeah, that was awful. I was doing a video. I was about to do a video, too, because I was excited that I got a 125, and I go downstairs with a whole bunch of water on the floor. And I had to catch a lot of fish in a 6-foot tank with 2 inches of water.
Yeah, I can't wait to get discus because I'm getting kind of bored. I'm not getting bored with the Oscars, but like the community fish I have, I'm getting bored with.
Yeah, I told you were gonna get bored with those little feeders in a matter of time.
Well, they're not really feeders. I got like 5 angels in one tank.
They're a good fish to have.
Yeah, I like them.
You gonna plan to breed those?
Huh?
Do you plan to breed those angelfish?
I don't know. I've never really tried, but I think it's happened on the heater once. They laid some eggs and it just never fertilized.
Yeah.
Would one angelfish do fine with discus if I just kept one?
Probably, but I like keeping things in pairs of everything.
I just don't want them to breed. That's why I don't want to get a second one.
You know how you stop your angelfish from laying eggs on your heater, right? You put your heater horizontal, not vertical.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll stop them from doing it?
Yeah, you put it like halfway in the middle of the tank. You put it horizontal. That's what most discus breeders do too, so they don't go and lay the eggs on the heater.
That's some good info. I'll have to do that.
Oh, I do got one more question. Would I be okay getting all male discus, or would I have to separate the genders?
I really don't know. I've never done that. I don't know how. They're hard to sex,
Yeah,
so you
unfortunately.
you, you never really know if you got all males or females anyway.
Yeah,
That you really know when they pair off.
yeah. Because I
I
hate
just
doing breeding.
I have a 20-gallon tank set up. I've been messing around. I've been trying to breed it, Paradise Gourami, just for fun. I don't think you can make any money off them, but
Yeah. And you have nothing but plants in that tank there?
right now, because I ordered like a couple red cherry shrimp, but my local fish store sucks, and I go in there and they wanted like, I think, what was it, Alex? Like $14 a shrimp.
Yeah, you said 14.99.
Yeah, a shrimp.
Huh. I
And
thought I
then
saw something swimming through there a second ago.
no, I have CO2. There's CO2 going.
There's a guy on YouTube, and he has like 96 tanks of shrimp.
Damn.
So I'm sure you could find some shrimp. Let me see if I can figure out what his name is real quick, and I'll see if I can tell you who he is. And I subscribe to him because I like watching his stuff. He's got a pretty good. Yeah, it's LUPDIESEL.
LUPD. Okay, I got it written down.
Yeah.
Hey, these live stream videos are awesome. I'm glad we were able to get Jeff on here. 'Cause I was worried.
And that's all that guy does is shrimp. He'll tell you just how to take care of them, how to breed them, everything he does.
Shrimp are cool, but they're too small for me.
And I'm sure with 96, he just got 96 new tanks set up.
Damn.
So he's got to sell them. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll check them out, definitely.
So
I was going to ask you, how does that... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Alex.
Go ahead, Jeff. I'll ask it after you.
I was going to ask you, I seen your video you did on the ST International canister filter. And
yes.
I have a 75-gallon tank I've been using to raise little Oscars in. And does that filter actually work pretty good? Or?
Oh, that filter is amazing. I kid you not. I put that on my tank, and my tank cleared up. It wasn't really bad or anything, but it does like 360 gallons an hour or something. It cycles the whole tank in a couple hours, and less, 3 times an hour, 4 times an hour. So it's really, really good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick one up.
And it's easy to set up. I've done the Marine Land Magnums and stuff like that. They're hard to get. When you set them up, you got to try to get the air out of them. It's a little complicated. Not this one. It's got a button on the top you push, and it fills right up with water. It's simple. I had it set up in 5 minutes.
That's pretty awesome. And I also seen you did a review on the super filter, the little thing on the back.
That thing is good too.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting one of those. What do they go to like?
That does a 30-gallon tank. That little filter.
Dang, I could put that on a 10-gallon. It would do perfect.
Perfect for a 10-gallon. It says it does up to a 30-gallon filter. Quiet, and it pumps power. It's a powerful pump. It's got like a little power head that goes on the intake that's on the bottom. That's how the whole thing runs, and it runs good.
Awesome. So I got a question for both of you guys.
Okay.
I want to ask you guys, what fish do you think is overrated in this hobby?
Oscars.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that.
No, I never really thought about it. I don't know. I like them all, so I've never really came across one that's really overrated.
For me, it'd be better than African cichlids.
Well, bettas, I really don't. I personally don't like them. I mean, I don't have a problem with them. African cichlids are cool because when you get a bunch of them in a tank, it's like looking at a saltwater aquarium. And if I were to do African cichlids, I'd have to do frontosis,
Me too.
Because I don't like the imbunas are good and all that, but they get complicated because there's so many of them. There's so many of the peacocks, and they're so inbred with each other. Some it's hard to find pure ones. KG Tropical's good. He's got a good selection of fish, and he's a really good guy, and he knows his stuff. So if you had any questions about African cichlids, he's who I would go to. He breeds them right out of his house too, and then he sells them. But Frontosa is what I would do.
Yeah, cool.
But then there's about 3 or 4 different types of Frontosas too.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what fish do I think's overrated? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
In my area, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna have to say the stupid hybrids like the flower horns and the parrot cichlids. Like everybody in my area, so many people have them. It's not funny.
Yeah, I hate those things.
I don't like hybrids, too much, but I do like the flower horn. I think they're pretty cool looking. I mean, I don't own one or anything. I'm just saying I think they're pretty cool looking.
No, I'm really excited about getting a discus tank in a couple months. So I could be on the cool side of the hobby.
Yeah, discus really aren't hard. It's the only fish I know that really talks to you that way, and they really do become friendly with you. They recognize you. They really do recognize people big time. Like other people walk in the room, my discus don't even do that. But when I walk in the room, they come right to the glass. They know it's me. It's pretty neat how they do that.
Oh, that's cool.
So now, Alex, sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
If you have a bunch of discus, you should probably wear light clothing around them because dark clothing kind of freaks them out a little bit until they get used to you. And you can get them so that they come right to your fingers so you can scratch them on the head and stuff. They like it. They're like a dog. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, discus are awesome. And now, Alex, you're going to have a nice tank that's expensive fish in it. You better get a generator when you're in Mass when it starts snowing.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. You're right. I will definitely have a generator because those discus are expensive. And I'm actually thinking about doing an Oscar tank, discus tank, and saltwater tank, so I'll be one of the first to have all three. All three of the cool fish.
Yeah. Zoanthids. If you're going to do saltwater, zoanthids are cool.
Yeah, I looked them up. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I'm pretty excited about the discus thing.
So how long have you guys been keeping fish?
I've been keeping it. I'm going to say, I've been serious about it now for probably just about a year, but I have off and on with my dad.
Cool. For me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, but I learned to do. See, what my downfall was when I got in, I was one of those people that used the impulse buy. I'd go in, see a clown knife, buy it, buy a couple Oscars, buy a Pacu. I never bought a Pacu, but if they would have sold it to me, I would have bought it. I put it in a 20-gallon tank when I was a beginner.
Yeah.
But now I learned you always got to do your research, because I got stuck with the clown knife about a week ago, and I didn't do my research. I got home and seen that they get like almost 3 feet long and almost passed out.
Excuse me. Yeah, they get huge.
Alex has one right now. I can't believe he's got one.
Yeah.
You're gonna need like a 200 or 240 for that thing when it's full grown.
Yeah, probably would, but that depends if I keep him full time.
Come on, the fish is gonna get used to you and like it, and then you're gonna take it back to the fish shop.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm bringing my albino Oscar back tomorrow.
So Dakota discus, what's your favorite style of discus?
I would have to say I like the blue turquoise, or the red turquoise, I mean. They're really beautiful once they get set into their colors and stuff. And then I also like the red ones, like the Marlboros reds and the snakeskin reds and stuff like that. All the ones that are red, I like the red ones.
Snakeskin sounds cool.
Yeah.
But those are pretty spendy though.
No,
That's
there ain't much difference in the price.
I was looking online, and the JC guy showed me that there's a pair of Fire Dragon, a pair for like $300.
Yeah.
I couldn't see paying $300 for 2 fish, and well, like you said, you paid 1,000, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd be too chicken shit to do that.
Well, if you have it set up properly, you do pretty good. You know, if you have your stuff set up, and like I said, they talk to you, like tell you when they're not feeling good or something's not right. So, you know, if you wanted to get into breeding, you might want to take that step and save up and buy a breeding pair or something. It's kind of
No,
scary, but
I'm not. I don't think I'm good enough to breed. I just want to have a nice tank, and if I ended up getting a pair eventually, then it would happen like that.
if you're gonna do like a tank, or you're gonna have a bunch of like a community tank of discus, you should buy like one red one and one yellow one and one blue one and one white one or something, you know. So you got like a variety in there. That looks good. That's what I like. I don't know if that's what you like or not, but
Yeah, I think that would look awesome to have like a mixture.
yeah.
I heard they get like the size of a little plate.
Yeah, mine right now are about 7 inches, but you know they got jumbo ones that are bigger than that even.
I bet those are really expensive, the jumbo ones.
Yeah, they go about $800 a piece.
Oh my god!
Between $800 and $1,200 for one discus.
You got to be a quarterback for the Patriots to afford that.
Cheater for the Patriots.
Yeah, they always whine how there's too much air in the ball.
I was just talking, you know, I have a buddy who's a discus breeder. He's really big. And he had a whole bunch, and a gentleman came in. He wouldn't tell me who he was, but bought $30,000 worth of discus fish.
Damn.
Holy crap.
Had him fly out and set the tank up and put them all in it and all. So I was like, that would be nice to do that.
Yeah, it's good to know about. It's good. I'm glad I'm learning about discus, because the only people I know that has discus are you, William T, Aaron's Aquariums, and Maurice Aquariums.
Yeah.
And you probably give the info on it that makes most sense to me about it.
Yeah, a lot of people hear stuff or read stuff, and then they just tell you what it is. You need to have somebody who kind of knows what they're doing. Like, if I hear something and I'm not sure, I'll check with like 5 other people and see what they think first. That I know the truth.
Yeah, but like if some person that's wondering about discus has a question or something and asks you, I bet you'd reply to them.
Oh, I'd reply.
Like some people I know, this wasn't about discus for me. It was about like different kinds of fish. But some people that say that they have info and you ask them, they just never reply.
Yeah.
So it's good to have someone on there that you know is really trying to help the community.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of people don't like talking, giving out their secrets and stuff like that. I look at it this way. If you can grow the community, you know, get the hobby growing and keep it growing, that's your best bet. So help everybody you can. Don't keep secrets and tell them, no, I don't know how to do that, when you really do.
Okay, I got a Twitter question. X Snipes XX wants to know how many discus could I keep in a 125?
I would say about 6, 8, roughly, because you know they get pretty big, and you don't want too many in there. But I would do about between 6 and 8.
And that was the only question I had on Twitter. The rest are trolls.
Again? You still got more trolls?
It's gonna be cursing on there like there was earlier today. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say cuss words on Alex's show with
Yeah.
Akari and his sponsors watching.
Oh,
Yeah. I was upset yesterday that the guy was swearing like a storm.
Yeah, I got kids watching, so I try never to curse. I have an 11-year-old and stuff like that. And I don't think it's right. If you know, and a lot of little kids want to get into the hobby, and if they see people getting on there cursing or swearing or giving out bad information, it's not right for the little guy. You know, they need to have proper information too, especially if they're interested and want to get into the hobby. you steer them wrong, it could change your idea of the hobby for life.
Yeah. So when you sell fish, how do you package them? Do you have a certain way that you do it that's different from other people?
I think I do it the basic way that everybody else does it. It's I put them in a box inside of a bag, and then you got your little bubble buddies you could put in there, or pure oxygen that people pump in there. Some people do it different ways.
It's awesome. And what's shipping usually, like $45 to $50?
Yeah, some depends on the size of the package.
Oh my gosh. I just got a question from someone with a weird username. I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah, the one I got earlier, it almost tricked me. I would have felt like an idiot saying that live. He spelt it. I'm not going to say it, but he spelt it U, the letter U, the number 8, then DICK, and I was going to say it on Alex's show.
That's funny. That's funny.
I ate your mom.
That's what they sent to you?
Yeah, as a username.
Oh my god. Why are we getting trolls? There's got to be someone that doesn't like us sending trolls our way.
I think everybody has people that don't like them for some reason.
To the troll, I said, thank you for sending your question. I'm just honored that you took the time to write to me.
So,
yeah.
is there any live foods Discus can eat?
I don't feed live just for fear that there could be some kind of parasite or something on it. So I personally don't recommend it.
What about like frozen bloodworms and stuff like that?
You can do that, like frozen bloodworms and stuff like that. I do, I've dropped them in there. But like I make my own Discus food, and I that's what I do, so I know what they're getting. I like to know what my fish are getting.
Yeah, I bet they go crazy when you drop it in there.
Well, I drop it in. I take the cube, I break it off. I freeze it in flat sheets, and I'll break a piece off and drop it in frozen, and it floats, and they peck at it as it's sinking, and then they eat it all up. And I have my common plecostomus. They say they eat vegetables and stuff, but there's vegetables and vitamins that I put inside the Discus food, and like I said, mine eats beef heart and beef liver, and it's grown from like 2 inches to almost a foot now in no time at all.
Yeah, what's usually the breeding size for Discus? When can they breed, or age?
Well, they can breed as long as they get to the right size, about 4 to 5 inches. Mine now my breeding sizes are like 7 inches. So I find with breeding things, it's mainly size and not age that's important.
Yeah.
That goes with reptiles or anything. Size is more important than age. Once they start pairing off, they're good to go.
Yeah, do you breed snakes as well?
Yes.
How does that work? Because I imagine does the male beat the female up or pretty bad, or how does that?
No, what I do is I could do a whole show on just breeding reptiles. What you do is, like, I take my snakes, which are North American colubrids. I take them, I cool them down from December all the way until March. I start warming them up again. I bring them out. I get them feeding real heavy because they don't eat nothing during that time at all. They're kind of laid back. The only thing you have to do is make sure they have water in there. And then when you get them back up to room temperature and stuff, up to their proper temperatures, you start feeding them heavily, the females anyway, so that they get size on them. And then, like on April 15th, I put them all together. I put the males and the females together on April 15th. That's my day I do it. Other people don't do it that way, but that's the way I do it. And most of the time it goes off without a hitch. Sometimes the male has to bite the female to keep her still, but other than that, it goes off without a hitch. Pretty easy.
That's crazy. I'd be so scared. Big snakes.
They're not big. They're king snakes, and they're not big. I got some pine snakes that are big, and I just the other day picked up some gopher snakes that get pretty big, and I got some bull snakes that are on the way that are going to get big too. So
I love
Bull
anacondas.
snakes. I think we have those. We have bull snakes here in
Yeah.
Oregon. I think just right.
Yeah, gopher snakes and stuff like that. Yeah, they're all throughout North America. I used to keep the big stuff like the reticulated pythons and the Burmese pythons, but then in a room that you have to keep like a Burmese or even a reticulated python in, I could have 40 California king snakes in the same amount of space. So,
Yeah, it's crazy. And you sell reptiles too?
yes, I do.
Have you ever? I've seen people keep actual poisonous snakes. Have you ever had one that's venomous?
Uh, no, because I have children. Other than that, I would have no problem doing that.
That would be the craziest thing I ever seen. Messing around with a venomous snake.
I've caught stuff like copperheads and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. I haven't kept anything venomous because just my wife wouldn't let me for one. I mean, I would like to, but she wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah. Too bad Alex didn't pick up that snake he could have got the other day.
Yeah, he was telling me it had that inclusion body disease, which is fatal, 100% fatal. There's no cure for it. And I told him that if that store has that and they're his breeding pair or come out of his stock, then all his snakes have it. So all his boa, all his pythons and stuff. So avoid buying anything from there.
Hey, could you keep anacondas as a pet? I like those anacondas.
They're cool. You can't buy them from other states now because they passed that law the other day that just went into effect on the 9th. But if someone in your state has them, you can get them from him. And then I don't know what your state laws are on stuff like that, if you need permits or not.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy them because they're so huge.
I've had Burmese pythons, I've had reticulated pythons, boa constrictors, and all that, but they take up a lot of space, and I like to have stuff where I can have a lot of stuff and a little space.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have any like leopard geckos, bearded dragons, and stuff?
I used to breed leopard geckos, but leopard geckos are real easy to breed as far as I was concerned. And I had 50 pairs of leopard geckos, and within it seemed like within a year, I had 1,000 leopard geckos. It was crazy. And
Oh man, I bet you put those on discount.
Yeah, I started selling them to pet stores really cheap just to get. I had to get out of it. They were driving me crazy. And leopard geckos take a lot of work. Where a snake, I could feed it tomorrow and water it once a week and clean the cage when it goes to the bathroom in it, and it's fine. Where leopard geckos, they have to eat every day. They have to be cleaned all constantly. They're a lot of work. Same with crested geckos. I had a lot of crested geckos too. I was breeding them really easy too, and it seemed like I went from just a few pairs to hundreds in a few months. It was crazy. And then there's a lot of work.
Yeah, we had an iguana once that literally didn't even have another iguana in there, but it would lay eggs.
Yeah, they do that when they get to a certain age.
It was kind of creepy. I didn't ever touch the thing. It scared the crap out of me.
I had a buddy who had an iguana, and it was huge. It was like 5 foot. He opened up the cage, it jumped out, and bit his nose off. He had to go get it surgically put back on.
I'm never going near an iguana again now.
But and then I had another buddy who had a finger bit off by an iguana, and they had to sew it back on. You see, iguanas are okay, but when they get big, they can be vicious. And I mean, I wouldn't tell nobody not to get one because I've seen some that are like puppy dog tame and are good. But you know, I would personally steer clear of an iguana because when they get a bad attitude, they whip you with that tail. It would hurt.
What are your thoughts on turtles, like aquatic turtles?
They're okay. There's a lot of maintenance with a turtle because of the water changes and stuff you have to do. You have to clean the tank. You know, bacteria can build up in there. There's a lot of work involved in a turtle. If I was going to get anything like a turtle, I'd get a tortoise, a small tortoise, like a red-footed tortoise or a box turtle, something like that, you know.
They're a lot cleaner too, I heard.
Yeah, aquatic turtles, they're nice. I like them, don't get me wrong, but there's constant maintenance involved.
So what would we need for a tank for like a land turtle?
Hold on one second, guys.
Hey, this is a great video, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with some more questions.
Me too. I've like lost track here. I'm glad you joined me because I was worried. I wanted you to be here.
I'm sorry about that, guys. My daughter just walked in, so I
Oh,
may
no
have
problem,
some.
sir.
Yeah, no problem.
What were we talking about? Turtles? What?
Turtle. Tank for land turtles.
Well, if you get like a box turtle, you could put it in like a 55-gallon tank. But if you were going to get like a red-footed tortoise or something, do you ever see those? You can get those cement mixing trays or something like that.
Yeah.
A good size one with a little substrate on the bottom with a heat light over top. That would be good until it got bigger, and then you would need something a little bigger. But you could start off with something that size.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
you could even sell turtle habitats where they're made out of wood. You build yourself, put it together, and they're a good size.
Oh, cool. I might get a turtle now.
Yeah, I've been watching these unboxings from the Turtle Shack or something. Those turtles look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd order them, but
I wonder if I could have a turtle with Oscars.
with all that bioload, you're going to need a lot of filtration.
Yeah. No, I would never do that. I don't think I would want to do water changes every day on an Oscar tank.
So I was at Petco the other day and seen some scorpions, some wicked-looking scorpions.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But I don't like spiders or scorpions or nothing like that. They kind of freak me out a little bit.
That's me, the scorpion.
They had this snake. They had this one snake at Petco. I go in there and it was like black, red, tan in color. It had like red.
Sounds like a Pueblo milk snake or something.
Yeah, the thing was wicked looking. I'd walk by and it would eyeball me. It scared the shit out of me.
My Petco had some new reptiles and fish today. Some one species I haven't seen before. They got arowanas now at my Petco.
The closest thing I have to a snake right now is that biker.
Yeah, I don't like snakes. I'm glad I didn't buy that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you wanted it. Your mom would have whooped you.
No, I don't know about that, but she would have been upset. I'm trying to see if she'll talk me into me getting a turtle.
I don't know why you want a turtle so bad.
They're cute. My friend breeds red ear sliders. So yesterday we were just talking about monster fish at Petco, so I decided to go there today, and guess what they had?
Arowanas?
Arowanas, pacus, clown knives, and even more bigger Oscars.
How much were the Oscars?
$19.99.
What size were the Oscars?
5 inches.
Oh.
They just got a bigger tank now. I guess all Petcos are going to be selling big fish now. Because mine got a big tank now. It's like a 75.
I'll check that out. I'll have to go look at that. I don't buy nothing from Petco though for fish or reptiles or anything. I feel like buying all the reptiles from there because I feel like saving them because they're being mistreated. But that would get expensive because they're triple the money than anywhere else. But I don't like the fish that you get from Petco or nothing because they're all hooked up to that one central filtration system and.
You'd be upset because I went behind a Petco trash barrel today and I saw a whole bunch of reptile boxes with deceased animals in them.
With diseased?
No, deceased, like dead.
Deceased. Yeah, see, they don't know what they're doing.
Man, you got some nice headphones.
Oh, thank you.
I had some Beats once, and the first day I had them, they got jacked.
This is what I use for my radio show.
What were you wearing them out somewhere or something?
No, I was at work and I put them in my locker and someone snatched them.
Of course.
Oh, that's sorry to hear that, man. People have no life when they do things like that.
Yeah, those headphones are incredible sounding though. I couldn't believe when I had them.
I can't believe that's another thing that aggravates me. You spend your hard-earned money for something somebody else has to steal it from you. I don't get the stealing thing either. I don't get it.
I wish someone would come steal a couple of my Oscars.
I thought you liked your Oscars.
Ship them
Yeah,
to
but
Alex.
Huh?
Ship them to you.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta help him get that bigger tank soon. If I send him my Oscars, his tank's gonna burst.
Yeah. I want to take your Oscar until I was ready with my 125.
I have a
So,
big common pleco I'm trying to get rid of.
But if you want, you can hold on to the Oscars until I got my 125, and then I'll take them.
I'll give you that pleco too, because he's pushing like 9 inches almost.
I'll pay shipping for you, and I'll pay for the Oscars and the Pleco.
One of the Oscar, two of them are. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
have you ever tried to breed Oscars or anything, or no?
No, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't have enough room for that. Because my fish, like in my area, the fish stores we have they're not really fish stores. They're feed and fish stores mixed. So it's like for cows and horses.
Yeah.
So you go in there and they have like 10 tanks that are 10 gallon.
See, I there was a place in Oklahoma when I lived down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There was a place down there like that. They sold cattle feed and stuff like that and all that. Plus, they had a little section had fish and stuff like that in it too.
Yeah, and the Petcos in my area can't rehome fish or nothing, so I'm trying to be careful with what I buy.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man.
Yeah, that could be hard when you get a fish and then you don't want it, or you can't house it no more. So that's where people, like I said, people need to do research on a lot of their stuff. Impulse buys will get you every time.
Yeah, trust me, I just did an impulse buy a week ago. I bought a clown knife, and I was going to walk out of the store with the silver arowana, but I'm lucky I changed my mind.
I saw some pictures the other day of this guy had an arowana, and it goes, no matter what I put on top of my tank, every time I get an arowana, I find it on the floor, and they showed a picture of it on the floor because it kept knocking the lid off.
Did Alex tell you the Christmas tree story?
Oh, the 3-foot fire reel of the Christmas garment. One morning, I thought it was a garment. I started touching it, and it felt slimy. It was the fire reel.
It jumped right out of the tank, huh?
Yeah, he was still alive too. It was scary. I saved him though.
Yeah.
Another thing that's been kind of tripping me out, I've been watching a lot of videos on those prehistoric gobies.
I hate those things.
So do you do like rabbits and stuff, or just basically reptiles and fish?
Just reptiles and fish. I don't have time for rabbits. They're another high maintenance animal.
Bugs Bunny.
Although I have 3 dogs and 3 cats.
Nice.
So what's the oldest snake you have? Have you had one longer than you've had any of them?
I would say the ones I got now, the oldest one's probably pushing 15 years old.
Man.
But they could live up to 20. They had one in the Philadelphia Zoo that lived to 49, and it was an adult when they caught it and put it in there. So
That's crazy. So when you feed your snakes, what do you feed them? Because I watch this. Have you heard of the YouTube channel Reptiles We Are? Well, he's on here, and I subbed to him, and I've been watching his videos, and man, I watch them, and they're kind of freak me out. He has a rat in his hand, and he lets the snakes like lunge at the camera and get them.
What's the name of his YouTube channel?
I think it's Reptiles We Are. He's got all kinds.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of snakes, and he just does these awesome feeding videos. He like has the snake strike at the food. It scares me.
Yeah,
it makes me not even want to go near a snake.
I feed frozen thawed, so I buy all frozen rodents that are already dead, frozen. So I thaw them out, and I feed them to them. Because a rodent can technically hurt a snake. You put a live rodent inside of a tank, it knows why it's there, and it's going to defend itself.
Yeah. I've seen snakes on TV that can eat deer, and that doesn't help.
Yeah, snakes can eat deers.
A full-size deer, it's crazy. What about that guy that was going to get eaten by that big snake?
That was a that guy was an I can't even use my language. It's we're on Alex's channel, but he's not a good guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He did it just for publicity reasons. That snake would have never ate him ever. It couldn't. All he did was hurt that snake by getting to try to eat him.
No, it's been
They got a pretty cool snake at the New England Aquarium in Discus tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the condo with Discus.
No.
This one?
No.
I can't find. I was gonna look right here.
So yeah, I don't. I don't. That guy who did that one, Eaten Alive, was just crazy. That ruined his career. I think people really tore into him about that.
Yeah, that was kind of weird to me. I didn't understand what he was doing.
Well, he was about the publicity. He wasn't about the animal,
That sucks.
So, any other questions or anything, or anything like that? Don't turn that light on, Mom.
We have to.
I'll be right with you.
Shorts.
Jeez. Kids, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, just the last thing I have, just like let me know a couple, 2 to 3 weeks in advance when you know you're going to have some discus, and we'll get the details ready, and I'll get a tank ready.
Yeah, I will. I will let you know.
And do you have multiple colors, or basically?
Just,
I don't know.
Just right now, it's just going to be the red turquoise.
That's fine with me. I'm not really. It doesn't matter. I just want to get some discus.
Yeah. So.
And one more question I had about discus.
Sure.
Let's say you breed. Let's say you have the red one you're talking about.
Yeah.
And you breed the yellow one. What's that do? Does that cause anything bad or anything?
No. You get multicolored ones. That's about it.
Yeah, I just always wondered if, like, even with angelfish, if angelfish breed with different styles of angelfish, if it causes like any deformities. Or
no, the color on angelfish is kind of neat. They kind of like if you bred a white one to a black one, you'll get ones that are multicolored, black and white.
Yeah, it's almost the same with discus.
Well, you'll get like turquoise discus, or you'll get yellow discus, or that'll go like that, or some common looking one. The color won't be as bright on them.
Awesome, and that's all I had on discus. I'm definitely going to order some. Like I said, just let me know.
Okay.
Me too. I'm definitely interested now.
All right. Well, if that's about it, then, guys, we'll have to do this again.
Yeah, I'm going to have a lot. I'll come up with a lot of reptile questions because I'm kind of intrigued by it.
Okay, sure.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on tonight. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Maybe one time you can bring a snake on the live stream.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I can do that.
Yeah, we should do another one sometime.
So, yeah, anytime you guys want to do one, if it doesn't interfere with my wife's schedule, I have no problem. See, she works nights. Like now she's at work during the day. Like when you wanted to do one earlier today, Alex, she was sleeping because she works nights, so.
Oh, yeah, I apologize for that.
Wouldn't have worked. So.
Okay. Have a great weekend.
You guys too.
Oh, yeah, too. Okay, Alex.
We'll set up a date too for a show, a regular radio show.
Yeah, I'm free any day.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, Alex, I'll give you a call in a little bit.
Okay, Jeff.
Yeah, but thank you again, Dakota Discus.
Oh,
for
yeah,
all the info.
Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too.
And thank you, listeners, for watching this great video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe to Dakota Discus on YouTube and /Master1989 on YouTube. Goodbye, everyone.